Here we are. Hold on, move this halfway. All right, we're back. Actually, we were never even going to begin with because we were supposed to start this yesterday, but someone very funny, someone decided to be a little bit silly last night and decided that I, instead of ruining my sleep schedule, as I should, go to sleep early, and that's exactly what I did. So I hope you guys all had a good time, minus the barrel time. We sent you guys over to like Noah. Noah's also really cool. Please check him out. Um, but yeah, I know that I wasn't basically on last night. These things happen. It is what it is. Don't worry. I did get good sleep last night and also right before stream because I think I got like another like 3 hours of a quote unquote nap before this. And like we're doing yesterday, we are actually gonna be playing. We're actually gonna be doing a cool Minecraft ARG called Searching for a World That Doesn't Exist. I think this is relatively recent, so there shouldn't be too much information about this, and I think it's kind of a standalone thing. It's kind of a standalone series, as far as I know. And like I said yesterday, I want to explore more like weird ARG or web series stuff down the line. But it's gonna be sparing, because I know I've been consuming more of these, like, I guess more of these series. Whoops, more of these types of series as of recently. But I'm not gonna make it my main content for the most part. I just kind of wanna like, I guess, diversify for the most part. So welcome in everyone. Thank you for being first, Benira. Thanks for clocking in, Benira. Thanks for clocking in, Green. Thanks for clocking in, Sithis. Thanks for clocking in, Sempiternal. Thank you for the 25 stream streak, Benira. Thanks for clocking in, Vilberg. Thanks for clocking in, Pod. Thanks for clocking in, Foe. Thanks for the 15 stream streak, Foe. Thank you for clocking in, Mode. Thanks for the gifted sub to Nightbot. Does Nightbot need the sub? You know what? Sure. You know what? If Nightbot ever wants to like spam the barrel emotes in chat, it will not have a problem with that. Need it for emote? Did it not have? Did Nightbot not have like? Isn't that a bot? I'm pretty sure. I swear to God, it's a bot. Weird. Anyway, thanks for clocking in, Billy. Yeah, we're doing Minecraft ARG, and I've been wanting to check this one out for a while, ever since like it popped up on my feed. I've saw it before. I didn't think too much of it, but then I saw a funny Twitter like tweet basically saying that it's really, really good supposedly. So we'll be checking this out, and then afterwards, because I don't think this is gonna be too long, we'll be doing some gaming afterwards. Yeah, thank you for clocking in, Millie. Now it appears. What the heck? I guess it didn't have. I could have sworn as a bot it should have emotes. I guess not. Hi, Ferret. Am I winning? We're gonna find out if this guy beats. Didn't they say this game? This game. Didn't they say that the series is based off the King and Yell? All right. So we'll see if the protagonist manages to beat, I guess, one of the crazy ass eldritch gods, because I think that's what the King and Yellow is about, right? I don't know much about it, but isn't that like doesn't that have to do with like the Cthulhu mythos and like Hastur or something? I'm not too well versed about that. I don't think it's gonna go like too crazy into like the lore of that, but if it does, feel free to like chime in and like provide some background info because I am super super lost on that. Win harder. We're not even playing. I mean, we're gonna be watching someone play for the most part, but we'll see if they win, I guess. All right. Searching for a world that doesn't exist.
Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left. This is the first line in a book that Avery claims he did not
Thanks
write.
for clocking in
2
there.
weeks ago, a YouTube channel called Avery the Mayo
Avery
uploaded
the
a YouTube
even even his icon is just Mayo. Nice. Godly Game of Sky Wars. Weird book I did not write. That's how all these ARGs start, by the way. It's always like mundane to really sell the idea that it's just like randomly some dude that is coming across that's weird stuff. You have to upload mundane gameplay, mundane footage of like your day-to-day life or something else, like even like I don't know, gameplay footage of anything, and then you throw like a weird video, and it's very very odd. And then maybe if you're lucky, someone will come across that video, and they'll be like, That's kind of weird. Because that's how they did it for like the Gary's mod, the Gary's mod ARGs and stuff. Thank you for clocking in stitches.
Video titled Weird Book I Did Not Write, where he shows us a mine that
Hey guys,
supposedly
Avery here.
he never built.
I found this mine I
Inside the
did not
mine
make.
is a chest that Avery did not place, and inside the chest is a book
Is this
that
my alt?
Avery
Yes, this is my alt. That is my alt. I am actually Avery the Mayo. This is my ARG. Hi, Kif.
did not write. Inside the book is a very strange message. Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left. Don't be fooled. It's listening. You can't outsmart it. It's listening to me. It's watching me. It isn't from this world.
So he was playing Minecraft. He came across a mine that he didn't create. And inside this mine, he found a book that doesn't belong to him. If my first thought already wasn't that I probably should delete this world like immediately, because that would freak me the fuck out. I don't play Minecraft even. I know when something's like artificial. I just assumed that someone was probably just messing with me. Like they somehow got into my Minecraft world through my PC or otherwise, and they're just messing with me. Hey Grippy. Hey Ari.
At the crossroads, don't turn left. At the crossroads, don't turn left. At the crossroads, don't
The weird
turn
spooky
left.
music is definitely
At the
selling it.
crossroads, don't turn left. Over and over, followed by a sequence of numbers.
Sequence of numbers.
And that's it. It seems impossible that a whole mine just appears in your world without
Right?
your knowledge, but Avery explains in the description of the video that the laptop he's playing on is from a storage locker.
I did not write this book, and I do not know what it means. If anyone has any ideas, please let me know. For context, I found this laptop in a storage locker, and I've been using it as my daily laptop. You didn't even wipe it? He didn't even wipe it! That's like asking for trouble. Imagine if there actually was like a virus on there, and as soon as you start like, I don't know, putting your personal information on there, there's actually a keylogger or something. Like, that's already pretty sus already. God damn, man. But I guess he must have been like a child or something, or a teenager if he's doing something like this. That's the idea, right? Typically when there's like weird video game ARGs, it comes across as like a child or like a young teen coming across something that's very, very out of their league. It already had Minecraft installed, so I've been using that. The world I'm playing on already existed on the computer, but when I loaded it up, it looked totally weird. I just now found this area 400 blocks away from my base. I guess it belongs to the previous laptop owner, but it's still weird. Oh, it already existed on the computer. Okay, so that's more normal. See, that's not as weird or scary. I mean, it's still kind of like disconcerting. I don't know why you'd want to play in a world that someone's already done unless you just want to skip like all the pre-game stuff.
It already had Minecraft installed, and this world already existed.
They
But
patched
when
out
Avery
Herobrine.
first loaded it up,
That's
it
a
was
real
just
patch
a
note,
normal
isn't it?
world. He only now discovered this mine a few hundred blocks from his house. So, in that case, what is this book?
I like his
the
avatar.
contents are strange, and it's not evident what they refer to. If anything, they just sound like some crazy rambling. But the numbers at the end are clearly some sort of code, so maybe we can
Cipher?
solve it and figure out what this book is talking about. Except we can't. The numbers go higher than 26, so it's not any alphabetical code. There are 4 sections, not 3,
It is a
so
number
it isn't
cipher.
coordinates. And in fact, there's not a single cipher that comes up as a good match for this code.
It's a
If
custom
it is a
cipher.
code, it's unlike any code I've ever seen, and I wasn't able to decipher it. So, is that it? A strange one-off YouTube video and a dead end? Not quite, because for 2 frames at the very end of the video, Avery's inventory flashes a random pattern of blocks, and this time there is a code, because taking the first letter of the
very good.
name of
Thanks for
every
clocking in.
block and capitalizing it if there is more than one, you get a string.
Wait, what?
A string that
Wait, what do you say? Capitalizing it if there's more than one? Capitalize. Wait, what did he? Wait. What?
And this time, there is a code, because taking the first letter of the name of every block
The first letter of the name of every block. Why is there a 1 there? Do those have letters? Wait, the first letter of the number. Oh, wait, what? This is already way out of my league already. What the hell?
And capitalizing it if there is more than one, you get a string. A
That
string
sounds
that
about right. I mean, like ARGs usually typically have like insane ciphers or insane like riddles that even from the get-go are so like convoluted that you need like code breakers or riddlers or like people who do this as a hobby to like break it. They're light blocks. I'm just wondering how he came across like the code itself, which he comes across this, which already sounds like this looks already like not even it looks incomprehensible. Like I wouldn't even know what to do with this type of code. My brain explodes. My brain's already exploding at the first 5 minutes of this ARG.
that perfectly matches the length of a Google Drive link. That when you
Who does that? Who figures that shit out? Let me just take the string of numbers and put it at the end of a Google Drive link. Why not? Side Thunder.
enter takes you to a folder, and this is where the true mystery begins.
Footage.mov,
The mystery
footage2.mov.
of a Minecraft world that doesn't exist. Opening the video named Footage 1, we can see a player in the exact same spot Avery was in the last video, except now he has way more items than he had last time. Presumably this is from his house, and he's come to use this mine in survival as part of this world. The book is now gone from the
Wait,
chest,
did he say
but it
that,
could
that
be
this is Avery's? This is Avery's world? Or Avery's playing, or is it someone else?
time. Presumably this is from his player in the exact same spot Avery was in the last video, except now he has way more items than he had last
Okay, so it is Avery.
time. Presumably this is from his house, and he's come to use this
I
mine.
wonder why he would, if he's trying to ask for help from the public, and then he has to hide like a coded string of letters that leads to like this other set of videos. I guess that means he's trying to hide something from someone that can see these videos, but he still wants the general public to like help out.
In survival as part of this world. The book is now gone from the chest, but it could be that Avery just burned it because it creeped him out, or it's just this book in his inventory. Regardless, Avery lines up with the other strip mine and begins to start a new one into the wall, but when he does, he finds this.
Oh.
Nothing weird, it's just a cave, and Avery walks in to begin exploring, until he stops and sees this. It's hard to make out, but as he walks closer, we can see what it is. Moss.
Moss.
And grass. This
Hey,
is
old man.
immediately a red flag, because this kind of terrain does not generate in caves. Avery checks underneath it, but there's nothing else either.
Does
And when
not
he runs
generate
back
in
to grab
caves.
his torches, he notices yet another patch of moss in the corner of the cave.
So that's implying, I guess, that either this either implying that the person who was playing this world before placed that moss there, or this is gonna be insane, but I guess they built this cave like into an area that already has moss and then left some places out. It has to be the second one, or the first one, I mean, where they placed the moss in there, right? What's this? Avery the Mayo? That Avery the Mayo is the person uploading like these videos, and then this is, I believe, the guy who's gonna basically be investigating this, similar to like Anamide. Yeah, thanks for clocking in, like it. Thank you for the 25 stream streak, Cloud. Saving for the 1 billion okay, yeah, I totally trust the mods to get to the 1 billion point redeem.
Again, not natural, but not leading anywhere either. It's only when he heads back down the cave does he see it. A tree.
What the
Avery
hell?
approaches the clump of greenery, and there it is. A tree unlike any other oak tree in the entire game. Whatever
You can't grow trees underground, can you? Like, I'm not familiar with Minecraft, so feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but even if you put moss or grass in the ground, you can't make it grow, right? Like, it would need like sunlight, or it need to be in the overworld to like do that proper. So maybe it is the second one. Maybe they did somehow like make a cave in the overworld. It would need a torch to grow. Really? He needs a torch to grow underground. Okay. So I guess it's still possible that this can still be someone left this tree down here to grow.
Whatever this is, it isn't normal. Avery backtracks a bit, and we get a better look at this shrub, for lack of a better word. And after some hesitation and circling around it, Avery decides to try mining the tree. And he does, with no problem. It looks just like a normal tree, except normal trees don't generate underground.
Yeah, they don't generate underground, so someone must have had to have placed it there. Needs light levels. Were there any light levels down there beforehand? I didn't see any. So I guess someone grew it down there with a torch and then removed the torch and left. And they tried to cover it up. Sorry, OSD. Hi, Funky.
And it's not the only one. As Avery goes deeper and deeper into the cave, he passes larger and larger patches of greenery, coming across more shrubs and even more trees and even more moss. He
Yeah, this is
pauses to
not
talk
this
at
is
one
not
point,
typical
but
like
instead of
Gen.
commenting on the trees, he brings up something else. It's weird. We've only seen stone. And I guess he's right. The walls of this cave don't have any diorite, granite, andesite, or ores.
wonder why he's
But
hiding
come
his
on, there's a
username, though.
bigger elephant in the room here. At some point, though, Avery's wish gets granted, and the cave turns
Cobblestone.
into terracotta, tuff, and
Oh,
leaf
terracotta.
slate. The greenery gets larger and larger, with the trees growing bigger and bigger. Until finally, Avery reaches the end.
Whoa. Okay, that's not normal. What the fuck? I don't play Minecraft that often, but that's not normal.
Avery stops for several long seconds, just taking everything in. The room is a giant cave of green, with strange, unnaturally large trees forming a staircase on the back wall. The floor is covered in a massive field of moss, scattered with the strange
The
trees.
sides are unnatural, not from TNT. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Either, so I guess something in the world causes unnatural terrain. It kind of reminds me of Uzumaki, kind of. Or someone hand built this by scratch. Which would also be kind of insane.
we saw earlier. Avery slowly heads down the cavern wall, being careful not to take too much damage while maneuvering his way
Is
to the
this a
bottom.
scary pasta
He
or is
looks
this a
around
mystery?
in
It's
awe
a
as
it's like its own custom like ARG, similar to like Interloper, I think. But this is only like one single video, I think.
he explores the chamber, and from closer
Oh
up,
yeah, and also no spoilers regarding anything in the future. I know that's based on the King in Yellow, but regarding anything else, I want to see if I can like basically absorb this all on my own, like vanilla.
we can see a tunnel right between the massive tree gates. Avery searches around the trees for a few minutes, seemingly mesmerized by the build.
What are
And
those
we can see that
trees?
these
The
gates
hell?
are made of trees stacked on trees stacked on trees, made of spruce, mud, and oak. But the question here is obvious. What is this place? This kind of terrain, obviously, doesn't generate naturally, so who made it, and how does it just appear in Avery's world? Well, if there's any answer to that
guess I go in
question,
there, right?
it's through this tunnel. Because finally, Avery decides to stop sightseeing
Okay, I
and
don't like
heads
that
down the
tunnel.
tunnel at the center of the room. Avery walks through the mud brick tunnel, turning to glance behind him every few steps. But of course, nothing is there. The world is set to single player. At least,
Yeah, that's never stopped
it
anyone.
seems that way. Until this happens. Something is wrong. It's
What?
almost impossible to notice, but at the far edge of the tunnel, the first pair of torches have suddenly been wiped out.
What?
Avery stares for a few seconds and continues walking.
The first pair of torches. Oh,
Another pair of torches is gone.
wait, what?
I'm not scared of torches turning off.
He's scared of something
another.
removing them.
I don't know what kind of practical joke this is.
I guess you
but
could
I
still
already heard
assume.
you in the-
Oh shit! Oh god. The freaking music's jump scare me. God damn.
not scared of a game.
I mean, at that point. I can't tell if this is part of the game or he added it as part of the. Oh shit. I'm assuming that's part like what the guy is hearing inside the game itself. Hey, Mamo. Also very unnatural.
I don't know why I just jumped down. I wasn't scared. But I felt
Called.
compelled. I've never felt like that in my life. What is going on here? Things just went from strange to incredibly creepy in a matter of seconds.
I wonder if the whispering was added in post just to make things kind of spooky, or if that's actually what he heard. I'm assuming that's actually what he heard in the game, considering how weird this is already.
Doesn't just happen on a normal world, but Avery did say he found this world on a computer he got from a storage locker. So maybe this is just a world that the old owner of this computer created, and
had a
it's
mod
just
on.
some strange adventure horror map.
That's
Case
not
closed.
assume.
Except it's not, because the video files aren't the only thing in this Google Drive folder. If you remember, there's also this PDF, and opening it, we see this. My exploration into a strange tunnel I found in my Minecraft world. I've been playing this world for a while and just discovered this. This is my documentation of the search. Notably, when I installed Minecraft, this world came pre-created. Always thought that was a little strange, but I'm not really sure.
When I installed Minecraft, this world came pre-created. If you install Minecraft, if you delete Minecraft and reinstall it, is it possible to save the worlds in it without, like, deleting them? Or when you uninstall Minecraft, does it delete everything on your PC? I always assume that, like, for backups, the game itself saves, like, the worlds generated separately from, like, the game installation.
Seems okay enough, but remember what Avery said earlier. He found this computer in a storage locker with Minecraft installed.
If it's not cloud-based?
He installed Minecraft and this world was there. Admittedly, it's a pretty small
Nero.
difference, but still, why the conflicting stories? Something you
Yeah,
may
thanks for
have also
talking.
noticed that I can't explain is why Avery's name is now censored. He wasn't censored in the previous
The
videos,
most
but
mayo.
now he's both hidden his name and changed his skin.
So that's not Avery then. That's not Mayo.
Almost like he's hiding from something. But there's still a lot more of this footage, and if you want to figure out what's happening in this world, why it exists, and what it has to do with Avery, we have to keep watching, as Avery runs from whatever it is that's hiding in this world. Avery says he has to keep moving, even if he doesn't exactly know why, and the only way to go is down. Avery takes a leap into the giant pool of water before him and swims down into a junction of tunnels.
Don't go
After
left.
some
Don't
hesitation,
go left.
he
Don't go
burrows
left.
himself in the left wall for air before swimming down the left tunnel. He continues to navigate through the dark water, the tunnel getting narrower and narrower.
See, I'm starting to think that this guy is not Avery because the book itself said not to go left. I don't know if this is a crossroad or not, but if it was Avery, then I feel like at this point he had at least like take some consideration into what the book said and would have like gone right.
With no end in sight. Until it opens into a giant cavernous room with just enough space at the top to get a bit of air. When Avery descends again, we can see tunnel openings sprawling across the walls.
Oh my god, that
Avery
place is
stands
huge.
around. There's no marker of where to go, just tunnels
Look at all those
upon
holes.
tunnels as far as the eye can see.
Thanks for
And then he
clocking in,
hears
guys.
it. The same sound as when the whispers played previously. Avery rushes to dig into the wall, and as he blocks himself in, we can hear the whispers again.
Ah, so the whispers are.
quieter, but still there, as if they're passing by him. When the coast is clear, Avery digs out. But now what? He has no choice but to gamble on a tunnel
So
and
they
hope
are,
it's
like,
correct.
in his
He
game. It's
scans
not
the
added
walls
in
again,
post.
no obvious sign of which one to pick. So finally, he rolls the dice.
I mean, good on this guy
The
for
tunnel
recording.
leads to another
Good
junction.
on this guy for, like, not being scared and, like, diving into basically what is probably haunting his computer. And also, thank you for also recording this shit so we could all see it. Because any other 13-year-old kid, I'm assuming they're a 13-year-old kid, because they're always a 13-year-old kid in these ARGs, they would absolutely have, like, cried to their mom and, like, asked their older brother to continue.
And again,
Yeah,
after
I would
a
have, like,
slight
left that shit, man.
hesitation, Avery
I would have
goes
deleted
left.
this shit immediately.
The tunnel continues,
I'd take up Roblox or something.
getting narrower and narrower and narrower
Until it's like a 2x2 maybe?
until finally
Ah. Whoa.
he finds himself in the oasis. Avery looks around the room.
Check out that crack.
Strangely, almost peaceful. He's in the middle of a square pond, flanked on all sides by the same uncanny trees. He stares off at the water for a second before towering up and getting a good look around. Nothing but trees as far as the eye can
Thank you for
see.
the follow,
For
Dr.
a
Lonely
moment,
Cheese. Appreciate
he
it.
pauses before something snaps, and he crafts a boat to get to the center of the lake. Without hesitation, he dives down into the tunnel and plugs up the hole. He makes another trip for good measure, plugging it even further. If this thing comes through here again, it has to break that. But I need to explore. He sails back to the edge of the lake.
I don't think cobblestone will be enough to stop the eldritch voices that were deleting the torches. I mean, it's a good effort, but I don't think that'll even slow it down. It's probably just for peace of mind for him.
What it can't avoid doing is loading the chunk. Avery chops a few trees and
Loading the
crafts a
chunk?
hopper with the spare iron in his inventory. His plan is simple. Set a trap for the thing following him. But wait, did I miss something? Because how does he know that something is following him?
Right?
Sure, those torches turned off, and yeah, we heard those noises before, but there's actually an even stronger piece of evidence I haven't mentioned. Remember when Avery said this? I already heard you in the cave. Well, it took me a second to figure out what exactly he meant, but then I heard this. It's almost impossible
Someone's
to
walking
make out,
near
but
him?
on a few separate instances, while Avery was walking in that original cave, he would randomly pause for a second or two, and now we know why. He was listening. Every time he paused, for just a brief moment, you could hear footsteps on the stone behind him.
Yeah, it's like someone's stalking him, kind of, and he turns around, but they're not there.
Stopping just a fraction of a second too late to be quiet. But okay, if something is somehow really following Avery in a single player world, how can he stop it, or
Yeah,
at least
right?
get it to reveal itself? Well, that's exactly what he's doing right now. Like he said, he needs time to look around and explore this world, but while he's gone, anything can just swim through the hole and replace the
Again, this is like supposed to be like a very, very young child, right? And his thought process is that, yeah, in my single player world where this entity is following me, you know what? I'm gonna lay a trap for it because I know I can. I guess there's two different types of 13-year-olds.
blocks to make it look like nothing happened. But if Avery turns down his render distance and puts items in this hopper, if he then goes far enough away and unloads the chunk, the only way for the hopper to be empty when he returns is if something loaded the chunk while he was gone. And then, whatever was following him would be exposed.
Oh,
The
oh
trap
my god.
is set.
This kid is... Oh my god, this kid is fucking... like 10,000 IQ, holy crap. This ARG is Light Yagami versus L. I guess I'm thinking, how smart is this guy? I mean, I know that most people who play Minecraft, they're pretty well like knowledgeable in terms of like gameplay, right? But this is like next level.
Now it's time to explore.
I wonder what those dark areas are. 10-year-old Gen
Avery
babies have
walks
turbo
through the
autism. Of course,
trees,
they have
avoiding
arcane
the lake so
Minecraft
as to
mechanics
not load the
memorized.
chunk. Every inch of this place looks exactly the same. The same gray floor, the same strange trees. Everywhere he looks,
They have that
there's
Minecraft
nothing.
hyperfixation.
Until, just in the corner of the screen, there's a sign. But it's
Oh.
hard to spot, and Avery doesn't seem to see it, and he keeps
Hold
walking.
on.
Then he pauses. Interesting. That's the third sign we've seen so far.
Third sign.
What? Where? Third sign? I've only seen this one, but it turns out he's right. Going back and re-watching the footage, just barely hidden in the corners of the screen
They're all
are
blank, though.
two other signs Avery crossed earlier in
Side
the
menu.
recording,
Welcome in.
though he gave no indication at the time that he noticed them. Avery goes back to all three signs. All of them are blank, so I don't know what to make of it, but Avery seems to be satisfied and he explains why. These signs all seem to point to one place. Both of these angled ones point in the same direction. And he's right. If you line up a coordinate grid with the location and rotation of the signs, you get this. So he's right, all of them point a certain way, and if you
How is this kid figuring all this shit out like in real time? I'm also very appreciative of the commentary he's putting into the video, like for us to consume.
trace out their intersection, it hits one specific point. He also
He really
pulls
does
off
have
this
a
brilliant move,
Minecraft
which you
autism
rarely see
hyperfixation.
from these protagonists by turning the difficulty to peaceful because he ran out of food. Absolutely genius. But
He
with that-
turns into peaceful. It's like, yeah, you know, there might be a strong, weird eldritch entity after me, but there's no point in dying. I might as well put it to peaceful mode, easy mode.
that said, he returns to the lake to check
Is this
on
scary?
his
It's
contraption.
it's like, yes, but it's like, what if we had a video game ARG, but the protagonist actually like knew the ins and outs of the game, so he's not just kind of wandering around being like, you know, strung along. I kind of like this. This is cool. Hi, Mina.
And nothing showed up. Items are still flowing out of the hopper, which would be impossible if anything had loaded the chunk. Avery tells us exactly this. Nothing came through. Not to mention, the blocks are still in the same position Avery placed them to plug the hole. Now that he's shaken off whatever was following him, Avery sails back, presumably to find the intersection points of
Yeah,
the
why does he
signs.
simply not go into creative mode and just delete the entity? Surely he could just do that, right?
But before he does that, he opens up chat and says this. Something is
Okay.
here. What? How? Why is Avery saying that? Why isn't he sending it in chat? What did he see? I don't know if it can hear me. But I'm not taking any chances.
What the hell?
The grass block. When Avery left the chunk, he didn't just set one trap for the entity, he set two. Without mentioning anything to us, he placed a grass block next to a block of dirt. In Minecraft,
Oh, the other grass block had like grass on it. Well, the dirt block had grass on it, didn't it?
grass can't spread if the chunk isn't loaded. The only way that this block is now grass is if something other than Avery loaded this chunk. I'm not scared, but my gut says to keep moving.
He keeps saying he's not scared. I think he's kind of just saying that to himself, just to try to confirm it, to apply to it, like, you know.
Maybe I am scared.
Oh, that's not good. Well, he is still a child in the end, probably. We have no reason to assume that he's like even an adult. Typically, it's usually how that goes for these types of games, ARGs.
The other sign was pointed head on.
Nice music. I hope this isn't copyright. It probably is. Just turn off the game, exactly. Just disconnect, like, your PC. He's a 90-year-old in a retirement home. It is? Oh, well, rest in piss, YouTube, I guess. Hmm. Thanks for clocking in, Taji. Thanks for clocking in on this one. The music is nice. Oh.
Avery walks through a tunnel. A tunnel which quickly turns into a maze.
A labyrinth.
And slowly but surely, dead end after dead end.
Hug the left wall. Always hug the left wall.
Avery navigates through it.
The music is nice, but it feels oddly a little bit unfitting. I feel like for something like this, it should be a bit more like spooky, right? Not that I mind it. I mean, I think it's a banger song. Hey, Echo. Thanks for clocking in. Just start playing Nuclear from Metal Gear Solid 5.
Avery is clearly smart. Smart enough to set a trap, and smart enough to set a backup.
Yeah, he's pretty...
But
10,000
whatever
IQ.
this thing is that's following him, it's smart too. Smart enough to block up the tunnel it entered from. Smart enough to refill the hopper with items after loading the chunk. Smart enough to hide its presence.
Like, it's... I feel like... Okay. In the entity's defense, he has been typing in chat all of his thought process. So it's very easy to counter basically anything that he's kind of trying to, like, catch this entity with. So the fact that he stopped typing in chat was probably, like, the really, really smart move if someone is listening. Which, I mean, yeah, they are. He wants to show how sophisticated and cool he is to the 12-year-olds, to other 12-year-olds in chat. Maybe you think the children are watching this? Maybe. Break from the scary. I guess so. I think this guy, the YouTuber who, like, Anamide, well, not Anamide, Wiffies, I think that's his name. I guess, like, if it has to be, like, a Minecraft ARG, it can't be, like, too crazy or explicit. Because so far, nothing crazy has happened in terms of, like, maturity-wise.
This world seems to be guiding Avery somewhere. The whispers in this tunnel coercing him to enter the cave. The signs pointing to the secret entrance under the tree. Whatever this world is,
He wants to
it's
talk about his
leading
car
Avery.
warranty.
But to what? We don't know. All we do know is that he isn't alone. And finally, Avery exits the maze into another giant room with what looks like a cipher above a door,
Nice
with
letters.
3 levers right in front of it. Avery stares up at it, says he'll need a pen and paper, and blocks up the tunnel where he came from. The footage ends with him staring up at the code, deep in thought.
What's stopping this entity from just, like, going up to Avery and catching him? I know he doesn't want to get caught. This entity doesn't want to get caught, but, like, if it's stalking him, it obviously wants to get him, right? Is there a reason why he wants to hide from him, I guess?
From what I can see, the code atop the doorway looks something like this. It doesn't immediately remind me of anything, and plugging it into a cipher decoder gives me no ideas either. Running each of the candidate ciphers just
He
gives
just wants to be
gibberish every single
beholden.
time. Whatever this code is, there's unfortunately no way that I, or Avery, can solve it. The second half of the footage picks up with 17 minutes of just staring at the wall. And then...
Got it.
he gets it. Okay, I guess it was solvable.
Good
Avery
poem.
says it's a good poem, but doesn't actually reveal what it said, only that it uses cipher stacking, a technique where 2 ciphers are layered one on top of the other.
But cipher stacking is pretty bad practice. What? I'm starting to think this kid is not, like, 13 years old. Maybe he's a bit older. Like, maybe he's kind of used to, like, these types of riddles and puzzles and stuff. What the hell? Thanks for clocking me. Now we're doing another ARG.
to make a code almost undecipherable. How Avery actually solved it with
He's
a
not
pen
13,
and
he's
paper
actually
is
14.
beyond me, but the puzzle isn't over yet. There's still this gate, which Avery suspects is some sort of combination lock. But instead of a pen and paper, his solution this time
I take it
is
this
a
is a
bit more,
combination lock.
how do I put this? Efficient.
Dynamite? Dig? Unfortunately for you, I have a pickaxe. Hey, Bizzle. Wow,
And
so
with
difficult.
that, wait. Who's Durlord 3? For the first time in this footage,
Oh,
Avery's
he messed
sensor
up.
bar lingers for just a second too short, and we get a glimpse
Durlord.
of the name. This
So this is not Avery, I called it. I knew it. I knew it. Hey, Krusty. What the hell?
isn't
This
Avery's
isn't
name.
Avery the
This
male?
isn't Avery's skin. Maybe the reason that we got two different stories about where this world
This is the story of the guy that came before Avery the Mayo.
from is because the player we've been watching this entire time isn't Avery at all. But if that's the case, then who is this? The world
Actually, the real question is, how the hell did Avery the Mayo come across, like... How did Avery the Mayo hide the Google Drive in his footage?
at the beginning is clearly the same one that Avery was
gentlemen.
playing on. So what's going on here? If it is Avery on an alt account, why the conflicting stories in the description and the document? And if it's not Avery, then who is this other
It's
person?
not Avery.
And why are they claiming that this is their world they found? I genuinely just don't know, but the only way to find out is to keep watching as Durlord walks through the tunnel after the puzzle and finds himself
Is that an angel?
in the village.
Good evening. Good time, no here. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't get to stream too long last night. Nice cobwebs. Very abandoned feeling. Thanks for clocking, Krusty. I don't like that statue. The statue's very, very imposing. That is not a naturally occurring feature in Minecraft. Been busy due to work constraints. I get it. I know how it is. It sucks whenever you're just busy and can't like make time for all this stuff that you really want to do. He uses brother's account. Yeah, it's this laptop I found. It's actually my older brother's. I forgot to mention that. He's off solving some weird entity, like creature, eldritch feature thing. It's all empty. Villages don't spawn underground typically, as far as I know. Which is implying, I guess, that this is not a villager village. In modded stuff they can, but that's, yeah, it's modded. I think basically this is probably beyond just what we assume is modding. Oh.
It's empty. This village is strange. It's clearly abandoned, if the cobwebs and literal holes in the roof didn't make that obvious, and all the chests and containers have nothing inside of them. There's also an interesting amount of yellow in the carpets,
Gee,
beds, and
I
flooring.
wonder why
But
yellow.
wherever Durlord looks, he can't find anything of interest. No lead on where to go or what to do from here. The fountain and statue in the town center is by far the most eye-catching decoration here, but like we can see, it too is empty. There's no path to take from there. So, is this the final area then? The final answer to what's been going on with this world and what's been following him? I'm not sure, and clearly Durlord isn't either, since he keeps looking around for anything out of the ordinary. Anything that might give him a clue of—
At this point, I would assume that the entity that's still following him probably would, like, be very close to catching him. Because he spent way too long in this open area, and I would be very, very hesitant staying in, like, a huge open area knowing that something is chasing me and have no way to figure out, like, how to track it.
where to look next.
And we can't drink too real quick. Think of hydrate. Is that something? Nice field of view zoom. A keep, I guess? How the hell did he catch that? Okay. Sure, why not? Abandoned building. The music is very, very nice. I'm glad these ARGs always have some very, very, like, fitting music most of the time. Between this game, or between this one and, Interloper. Oh, only one way to go. What the hell? Randomly? Really? That is some insane luck. Number 13, abandoned building. The last thing you'd want in an abandoned building in your Burger King burger. As it turns out, that might be exactly what you might get. Very small library.
I hate it here. These idiots are insufferable. They think that devotion will save them. Rest assured, it will not. Not that it will do them any good to believe that anyway. The ones who realized it pretend they didn't. But it doesn't help that there are some of them who truly believe they'll be saved. The king is coming, Maya. If anything, I wager that their king is already here. It's watching me write this. I don't particularly care. I just want this to be done with. The sooner I can leave, the better. He's arrived. I don't know why anyone is surprised to find that out. This is exactly what they were hoping for. I'm going. I'm leaving this here in the rare case someone finds it. If you have found
Disconnect.
this, I implore you, turn back, disconnect, forget
I guess
about
that's
this
implying
world.
that people
It's
were living
not
down here
for you.
before?
If you've come here, you must be curious. I know you must want to continue onwards. So I know that this is a heavy ask, but please, do not go any further. For your own good, do not.
That noise. Oh shit. Now would be the time to disconnect. Oh. Ooh. At this point, I think now would be the perfect time to just call it quits. He's done enough at this point. But he's gone this far, he has to find out. The same hallway. Hey, Magikarp, thanks for clocking in. The third time we've seen this. He did get warned, but I think the thing with most protagonists in this case is that they're always compelled to figure out what's going on in search of the truth, even if it does kill them in the end. And that's probably what's going to happen here. He's probably going to die. Left side it is. That is so dark. Whispers? Oh, that's the whispers. Well, this is why he told us not to turn left. Wait, what the hell? That's not... The fuck is that? Those aren't empty blocks. That's like pitch black blocks. Can't even mine it. Oh man, I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh, ink sac. Weird. Hi, Lewis. What's happening to your buddy, Eric? Is this your buddy playing it right now? Is this Eric? Take some torch out or something. Take out your lantern. If this ends with a jump scare, by the way, I'm giving this ARG a 0 out of 10. Oh. Wow, whoa. That's a cool ass effect. Oh my god, that's actually really cool. That's actually so cool how they did that. That's a giant door. What? What? Oh, what the fuck? He's censoring it. Is the game lagging? No? Whatever he's seeing, he definitely doesn't want us to see it. Ooh. Oh. Can't comprehend it. But he saw it. He got the raw footage. Oh my god, you take out your pickaxe. Oh. Oh. How can be? Oh shit. Wait. Wait, isn't that where?
Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left.
Isn't
Don't
that where
be
Avery
fooled.
dig
It's
through?
Listening. You can't outsmart it. It's listening to me. It's watching me. It isn't from this world. At the crossroads, don't turn left. At the crossroads, don't turn left. At the crossroads, don't turn left. At the crossroads,
But-
don't turn left. And the footage ends.
He goes.
Right there. Durlord was the person who wrote the book in Avery's world.
But if he doesn't
How-
go left, he'll go right.
It shouldn't even be possible that the tunnel led him back to that mine. Durlord found this world on his computer, and Avery found Durlord's old laptop in the storage locker and has been playing on it ever since. But what is this world? What was following Durlord in this footage? And most importantly, what was behind those gates? I didn't put that sensor bar there. That was in the original footage. Whatever is behind that black square was enough to drive probably the smartest protagonist I've ever seen into running for his life. Something that a whole village of people was trying to summon. Something that this entire world has been hiding. A king? What does that even mean? I don't know what to tell you, but I can tell you one thing. The code at the end of the book, now with this footage, we can solve it. Each number corresponds to one slot in Durlord's inventory. 1 here and 36 here. Take the first letter of each item, or whatever number is indicated after the
Run,
dash.
Avery.
From that, we can get this. Run, Avery. It's here. Durlord was giving one last warning, hoping that whatever was following him
did you
wouldn't
know it's
see.
Avery?
But how? How would he possibly know that Avery would find this world? There's no way for him to know who Avery even is. Whatever
Unless-
he saw behind those doors, whatever he knows
Unless-
about this world now, we may never
Unless this thing, this entity, put this bait here. He put this entire video here, hoping that Avery would come across it. The guy that recorded this, did this to bait Avery.
understand. But one thing is certain. Whatever was coming for him is coming for Avery next. This isn't over.
Part 2. When... That was cool. I like that. I really like that a lot. The music was very insane, but also fit very well most of the time. The entity is supposed to be the king in yellow, and according to the story, it floods your brain with knowledge of anything and that ever happened and will happen. Oh, I see. So I guess the idea is that the former protagonist, the former protagonist like saw the King in Yellow. He somehow retained his sanity, but he got like filled with the knowledge that someone else would come across this, and he left a cipher in there for hopefully Avery to discover. But again, Avery finds that like hole. He finds that hole, and if you think about it, when he goes to that crossroad, if he doesn't go left, he's gonna go right into the exact same area. So he had the bait. The bait's right there. And also why there's so much yellow everywhere. Yeah, I like that. Like it's not really told outright to you. You kind of like are supposed to be expected to figure that out on your own. It kind of has a little bit of faith in their like viewer. They can put two and two together, I guess. It's like the Milky watching Nuke Top 5. I think this is beyond a bit beyond Nuke's Top 5. I liked where this went. And if this does continue, then I will definitely like keep an eye out for this. This series came out, well, this series, hopefully it's a series. This video came out October 24th, so about like 2 weeks ago. And so far it's got 10 million views. That's insane. That's actually so. That's insane for like a Minecraft like ARG horror video. So I'm really excited. Most of the time, whenever you get those types of videos, you get like, if it's a well-known creator, you get like maybe tens to like hundreds of thousands. But that like this is like attracting a lot of people that like aren't even like used to like the Minecraft or like horror ARG scene. Yeah, it, like really popped off, and this has more views than like Interloper too. So I hope that it does turn out well for this guy because I liked it. Some Minecraft vid will get numbers. Yeah, but Minecraft vids usually like get around like maybe the like if it's like a well-known Minecraft creator, don't they usually get like hundreds of thousands of views typically? Normally, this is 10 million view 10 million views in the last 2 weeks. That is very good. It might sound strange, but I absolutely have to read The King in Yellow. I know what King in Yellow is. I know that The King in Yellow is a poem. I think oh, you know what? Uh there's a Wendigoon video. I'm not gonna watch the Wendigoon video or tonight, but there's a Wendigoon video.
Shared the same ideas, was kicked out. The
He put this out like 6 months ago, so it's possible that like the guy who like created the ARG probably saw that like Wendigoon was talking about this and was probably inspired by this. So it's really good timing, I guess, because people are just fresh off the heels of like watching like Wendigoon, who covers this types of stuff. It's actually a book though, isn't it? Like, is the King in Yellow like an actual fictional like book, or is it a real book? Because I thought it was about like a play or something like that that drives people insane. I know that there's a SCP thing about the King in Yellow that
Whatever you do at the cross.
I know there's an SCP thing that covers the King in Yellow. Are you super into creepypastas? Actually, I really am. I consumed a lot of creepypastas back when I was like in the 2010s era of the internet. I consumed a lot of SCP. I listened to a lot of like creepypastas. I read creepypastas online. Uh, I read the Behold or the Holders. I think that's what it was called, which was also kind of like proto SCP, I guess. It's a book with the short story, or it's a book with the short stories about the poem. Okay, I see. The King in Yellow Piss. That's the real horror part. You go in there and it actually just reeks. It's the Hanged King. Yeah, that's what it was. Like it alludes a lot to the King in Yellow, which is really cool, which is really neat. And maybe I'll do like a deep dive into SCP sometime because I did play a couple of SCP games before. I played Containment Breach like last year in October, and I played like the SCP Staircase game. That was also really nice. That was scary. Kind of hard though. I also read SCP from time to time, but like I feel like the stories just kind of feel samey unless they do like some type of insane gimmick. with the page itself. Like if you press the page and like something else happens on the page, or like it's like a cognito hazard, so they have to change it like whenever you're reading it somehow. Did you read or play SCP-5K? I did. I would stream it actually. I really wanted to stream SCP-5K, but that game is very intense on my PC. Like I play that on lowest settings and I still get frame rate drops. If I were to play that with my other like stuff like OBS and VTS, I think it would just like not be, it would not work, unfortunately. Yeah, it's already done. I think I'll everyone else move on to like the back rooms. The back rooms lore and everything. It's all right. We'll get another like SCP and backrooms thing eventually. Just wait. It always comes around. We had the holders, we had the SCP, we had the backrooms. The wiki being an SCP they can contain is really funny. Yeah, it's like the meta. They have meta SCPs where it's like it actually exists in the real world, but since people perceive it as fictional, therefore everything in SCP is fictional so far. Hi, Six. Hope your night is going well. It's going pretty good. We just had a weird, creepy Minecraft ARG. We're about to get gaming after this. We all know what the best is 9999. The orange boy. You know what I really liked? The Ronald Reagan like gets cut up SCP. That one's really creepy. Like when I saw that for the first time, I actually got so scared by that article that I actually closed it and I had to like do something else to get my mind off of that one. That one freaked me the hell out. It's like when the articles themselves are aware that the reader is like, when the reader is aware and like it observes them and it tells them that like it knows, then it's like, oh, okay, that's nice. All right, so that'll do it for Minecraft ARG. We'll watch the next episode when it comes out, hopefully. I don't think it's gonna come out anytime soon, but we'll see. For now, let's do some